Whozwho TV. I'm your host Nathan Warner, and with me today is Katina, the founder of the Cat Cuddle Cafe. I still struggle to say that. It's such a tongue twister, isn't it?
It's the CCC, so
It's
just
the
say
C.
the
Cat Cuddle
CCC,
Yeah,
the Cat Cuddle
definitely.
Cafe. It is a hard one.
How are you doing today then, Katina?
I'm good. I've had a pretty easy day this morning. It's been quiet this week because we've just got over the school holidays.
And it's hot as well, isn't it?
It's hot. We've lost autumn. Autumn left. We got summer back. So that's
We want winter. Winter's coming.
please winter. Bring us winter. The cats are enjoying. They don't mind the heat though. I don't understand why.
I'll probably actually tell this for a few people as well. We are at the Cat Cuddle Cafe, so we've been here before if you've seen the episode, and we got a lot of people asking where were all of the cats. So just to give you a bit of a rundown, the Cat Cuddle Cafe is a cat shelter / cafe store where you can buy merchandise. The best part about it is there's a giant room with fellas like this one, and they're all over. We couldn't get the camera angle to show you, but yeah, there's cats everywhere. You can get a cup of coffee or have something to drink and come and spend a few hours or an hour with some cats.
And, yeah, the important thing is too that we're not just a cat cuddle cafe or a cat cafe, like they are around the world. We're actually a rescue, so we're doing some serious business here. Not just we're not just here for the fun of it. We're here for serious stuff. This is Hazel, by the way.
Oh yeah, so introducing some of the cats. That's what we had to do. Hazel?
Hazel is, she was one of 5 kittens. She and her mum were found on the streets. So Mummy was a tame girl. We'll meet Mum later. Her name is Maple. And these kittens were as wild when we got them. They had not been handled by humans. They go into foster care when we rescue them, and the foster carers take them to the next stage where they get them used to people. And when they come in here, they kind of learn by baptism of fire. And get to understand that people love them, and look how handleable she is.
100%, you're right. And actually, I struggle with
wild.
cats. I struggle with cats. They're very skittish, or even like tame domestic ones. You stroke them and they run away. I've never seen so many cats that are wanting to be cuddled so much here.
And she probably likes cuddling less than some of the others we've got, but she was, remember, a wild kitten. They were 13 weeks old on the streets when we got them, and often that takes a lot to. Once they're past 8 weeks old, it's hard to rehabilitate them, but they're fabulous. So there's 2 of the kittens have been adopted, and we still have 3 here and the mother. Different cats have had different stories, but they've all got a big story behind them. So we're here to save the world one cat at a time. That's our little catchphrase, and show people what cats are about and what rescue's about. That's a really important thing for us.
Definitely, and that's why we're coming back. It's such a good cause. I'd bring up something out of question. You said they go to foster homes. What's the difference between this place and a foster home?
Okay. Well, the cats start when we get the calls to rescue an animal, whatever the situation be. It could be surrendering for different reasons or found cats on the street. There's so many situations. Sometimes people have died and gone to nursing homes. There's a lot of, there's reasons why cats are surrendered. Some of them are not very legitimate, but they still are surrendered. So they can't just come here. There's a quarantine period. They need to go into a foster care, a safe foster home. So we need foster carers desperately to continue to rescue. So they go to foster homes. They spend their 6 weeks at least there, where they get their vaccinations, they're desexed, all their vet work done. And then if there's a space here in the cafe, they can then come to the cafe. But the majority of them are actually adopted from foster care because we have so many. I think we've got about 120 in our care at the moment. So
120? That's so many cats.
It's above the manageable number, but right now the RSPCA have got their doors closed to receiving animals, which means the load on small rescue groups is massive. So we're all taking in more than we should. Financially, that absolutely drains us, and resource-wise, as people resources too. So we need people to come and support us so we can keep saving cats.
Definitely. And another thing as well, am I right in thinking you can come here and spend some time with the cats and have a drink? You can also adopt the cats?
That's right. So all the cats here are for adoption, and same with all the ones in foster care, unless there's some special needs or palliative care cats, which we do take them as well. So we've probably got about 20 special needs cats that aren't adoptable at the moment.
But you've got 80-something more?
Yeah.
That are up for adoption.
Yeah. Some of them not quite ready because they still haven't been desexed yet, or they're still weaning, or whatever the reason. Or going through some more vet work. And once they're all cleared and they can either come here or be adopted, people can actually put an application in to adopt. And that's quite a strict process though, because we don't want to just put them anywhere just for the sake of getting rid of numbers. We want to make sure that that's the last time that those cats are going to encounter their hardships that they may have encountered. They may have been through a rough time. We don't want to have to rescue them twice. That's our main saying. And we want to make sure that the people are making a commitment for the 20 years, the life of the cat.
It's true, actually. Yeah.
Except for someone like Salem over there, who'll meet him later, I hope.
Definitely. We're gonna meet all of the cats shortly. But just before we do that, Katina, could you just tell me a bit more why you got into this? How did it all start?
How did I become a crazy cat lady?
Yeah, exactly.
Love of animals, for starters. I love all animals. I'm not speciesist. I love all.
Is that a real term?
I think I made that one up.
You made that's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have next door also the Animal Rescue Support Network, which is our op shop that helps raise money for other animal causes. But I suppose started by rescuing a cat off the street, and that started to a cat
snowball. It was like a kind of snowball
cat
effect.
Giving birth in my wardrobe when I was one of my first flats, finding homes for them, and that sort of started it. And after doing other careers and then getting into, I decided to get a cat-themed gift shop which would support a rescue. That started in 1998 in Paddington, the rescue and the shop called Pussies Galore. A little bit of a controversial name, but it got us good press.
I just think Bond straight away.
Of course, yeah. I do have an Honor Blackman Pussy Galore doll, yeah. So that started the whole thing, and it's ended up here. So this is the end of 25 years of rescuing animals, and this has become the kind of the big thing, I suppose. Actually, this cat cafe has taken off much bigger than I expected. I didn't expect it to be such a massive affair.
I've mentioned that I did an interview here last time with Nicole, and everyone's heard about it in Brisbane. So it's a bit of a not a cornerstone. What's the word? It's a bit of a for tourists, a bit of a sight to see, a place to go, a destination. Thank you. Oh, everyone's been here before, so they know about it.
All people are aiming to get here. So there's a lot of people who haven't heard of us now, and we are. It's becoming a popular thing. I think we can change how things are done by educating people as well. So I'm hoping that the cat cafes around the world that are only just petting zoos can move to a rescue model. That would make me very happy.
That'd be amazing, actually. You're right. Well, tell you what. Do you want to meet some of these cats then? Because we can't see them. They're down on the ground, so it looks like there is no cat shelter. There are no cats.
By the way, this is our beautiful habitat enclosure built by Happy Cats. So this is a fantastic idea to have if you've got keeping cats safe and keeping them indoors, but having an outdoor area for them is a really wonderful idea. The cats here don't want to escape and run around the neighbourhood killing wildlife, so as a responsible pet owner, you don't have to have your cats out killing things. That's why cats have got a bad name. They've got a bad rap because they are hunters. They don't have to be. They're very happy, these cats, aren't you, Salem? He's looking at me.
Let's meet some.
Salem.
All right.
So this is the enclosure, and we'll go inside to the cat room. So
Do you want to hold that,
Salem.
actually?
Hey, Salem. Oh, Salem's a bit worried about that thing. He's had a fair few events at vets, and I think this looks a bit like, this equipment here looks a little bit like it could be veterinary equipment, so I think he's a bit scared. Hazel's gone back into that little box. That's Hazel. Hazel's mum's over here. This is Maple. She's watching lizards.
Lizards?
Yeah. So our garbage bins and things are down there, so there's maybe some excellent lizards. So that's the mummy pussycat that was found on the streets with her 5 babies. Yeah, so that's her baby, who's over 1 year old now. That's Hazel again. And if you can sneak up on Salem, that beautiful black little panther man. So Salem has a fairly interesting story. He was surrendered with tick paralysis. He had an owner, they moved away, the neighbours took him on, he'd been passed from pillar to post. When he got tick paralysis, they didn't want to pay the money, so they left him in a vet for dead, basically. The vets were really good to actually go ahead with the treatment, and just with tick paralysis, it's $1,000 to walk in the door. It's a very, very extensive treatment. Anti-poisons and all that sort of stuff is a big, big job, and they can suffer organ failure. So he had not the best chance of surviving, but anyway, he did, and he's here.
And just to give the viewers a little bit of an insight, this is it.
The cat room. This is the cat room.
It's like daycare, isn't it?
This is kitty daycare, and the people can come for daycare too. This is Zenobia. The one. Oh, you're looking at the black one. That's Scout. Scout's a gorgeous little girl. Oh, why are you scared? Why are you scared, Scouty, darling? Scout's normally full of beans. So beautiful, fluffy little girl, Scout.
Oh, look at that one.
Surrendered as a kitten, and the little one, the fish toy. I don't know. The little one on the blue cushion, that's Zenobia. Another street kitty. So she was found on the streets with her mum and 2 other siblings. So she's very pretty. You want to come around and see her? There's our toy boxes. We get to play with lots of toys and kitties.
They must love that.
Hey Zenobia, now she was the wildest kitten, and I didn't think she was going to get there. I thought she would not be able to stay in the Cat Cuddle Cafe. We thought she'd just actually be way too wild. Look how wild she is now.
Gentle, aren't
How
they?
wild is this kitty, right? So these street cats that people think that are feral and they should be destroyed, according to our councils, they make beautiful pets, right?
Definitely. No, oh, sure. Well, I can see it now. It does look amazing. There's so many things to play with as well. So how many people do you get in as well?
That runs too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, so cats, see there. So that's a tunnel up there. That's a tunnel where they can...
Bay Bridge, it's a 2-story tunnel. They've got the downstairs section. You can see a couple of ears up in there. I think that might be Sheldon up in there.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. See if we can see that. So up here, this is the tunnel. You can see, is there a cat up there? There is, I can see the cat now. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, so there's like a little bit of a maze thing happening here.
There's plenty of areas for them to get away if they need to get away from people.
Uh-huh.
They've got great areas. There's a spiral staircase.
Yeah, I saw that.
Spiral staircase.
Oh, this is very cool then.
There's another stairway up there, floating stairs.
And what's this, by the way? All these pictures of the cats.
They're
Yeah.
all the lovely kitties who've been adopted from here.
Wow, look at this.
So that's our little wall of fame. We're very proud of that.
It's also quite sad because there's so many cats that have had to go through the system or are still waiting. Is that right?
Oh no, these guys are all gone. They're all happy ending stories. This is a
Okay.
happy wall. So we have, of course, our folders on the table with the cats for adoption, cats that are in the cat room. We have a website that you can actually go shopping for, shopping for kitties.
Definitely.
But,
So I'm holding it now, by the way.
I know.
Sorry, I lost the
So
tripod.
yeah, you lost the tripod. So yeah, that's our whole. This is our little blackboard over here.
Yeah.
That's where we keep a tally of our numbers adopted.
434.
That's in the last 2.5 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of
I mean,
cats.
it's not like we don't want to make that our feature because we could have tripled that number if we were careless at homing. But we say no to a lot of people because we want them,
Very much so.
the commitment to be true. And some people haven't thought it through. They genuinely want to. They're not bad cat owners, just haven't thought through the full process. And we get them the chance to sort of get ready to adopt. You know, they might have to go away for 6 months and change the way they're living so they can adopt. So it's not a straight out no sometimes. It's like, come back when you're ready.